Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Florida Gators, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, better known as the Swamp. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on another SEC rival, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Gators will kick it away to start us off. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. You think the fans are ready for this one? The boot's shaking underneath us, guys. Here's the handoff. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up, you can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
To the air, it's Russell. Gets it to him on the screen. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Looking for a crease to the left. Got the first down and more. And he's brought down after a nice gain. A cornerstone of the Alabama program really throughout history has been be physical, establish a running game.
Yeah, great running backs. I mean, not only are you recruiting great players in the offensive line and skill all over the place, but so many great backs that you can name off the top of your head that played at Alabama, that ran it with an edge, that ran it physical, that always represented that style. And you can see Alabama, they're always going to do this. They're going to establish the run.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's cut. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. Running back searching for a hole. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Now rolling to the left. He's got it. The sophomore making a big play and hauling in that pass. Few teams improved over the second half of last season as much as Florida. And Jesse, the biggest reason, the play of the young quarterback, DJ Lagway.
He was just unflappable a year ago, Reese, as a true freshman. You saw that on the field, but even in my time sitting down and meeting with him, he just has a poise and a demeanor and a confidence that you don't see very often in college. This is a different type of dude, and they're expecting him to take the next level. And with that, this program carrying it on their shoulders.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Back to pass, it's Lagway. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Rolling, throwing, looking right. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
Well, I love the effort by the quarterback, right? Gets a little bit of pressure. He's able to scramble to his right, extend the play, and he tried to take a shot deep down the field, just not on the same page with his intended target.
Gonna look downfield again. For the third straight play, the pass falls incomplete.
Well, that one falls incomplete, but you know this guy is a big part of their passing attack. You saw the last game out. He had multiple catches from the running back position. They're going to try to get that established in this game.
Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Got it on the outside, it's Young. And he is run out of bounds as they go backwards there and just avoided the contact. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Caught in the backfield, it's Lewis. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. What that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
Great job by the running back here on that third down catch. There was no wasted movement. As soon as he got the ball in his hands, he turned around and he got upfield. That's what you got to do. You got to be decisive on these third down type plays to move the stakes.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They knock him down after he picks up 5 out to the 34.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They've got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on third down. Back to throw, it's Russell. Safe completion on the screen. Oh, he's got some space. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
And a nice job slipping in the screen. Like, you got to know the situation when those pass rushers, Palmer, are going to come up field and those situations where you can take advantage of the defense.
Yeah, I would love a David Pollock just running at me free and then finding a way to negotiate the throw around a guy that just knew he was going to be getting a sack. That feels so good. Complete the screen and keep the drive alive.
They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Back to pass. With the catch, it's Williams. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
Our coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch, it's Horton. Made a defender miss. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. The give out of the gun. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Runs through the tackle. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The transition from Nick Saban to Kalen DeBoer certainly gave growing pains to the Crimson Tide, and they're expecting progress in year 2.
It wasn't smooth. I mean, you expand the playoff, obviously, further, and they still don't make it, so a lot of upset Alabama fans, Jesse, but Year two, obviously a chance to change that. More of his guys, more of his system.
Yeah, there were some bright spots a year ago in Kalen DeBoer's first season. Obviously, beating Georgia at home was a big one, but this is a team that definitely stumbled down the stretch, and you're right. This is a team that has expectations to compete for national championships. They have to take the next step this year.
First play of the period will be a second down. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. They'll run it. It's Young. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line.
A nice job on second down. Maybe you're expecting a pass, but sticking the run in there, catching them off balance a little bit, getting a big gain, getting the first down.
Scanning the field, it's Russell. Fires to the tight end. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see them develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. No reason to panic when you see those extra bodies coming. Just find the big tight end.
Well, and the great ones do that. I think the great ones are okay. You want to blitz? I know my answers. I'm all right. I'll stay patient. Find the matchup. This time it was the tight end. Finds the tight end, throws a strike, gets the first down.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And this offense knew coming into the game, when they get to the red zone, it's going to be tough sledding because it's hard to run, especially against this physical defense. They're one of the top 5 defenses stopping the run. And you know at this area of the field, it's really tough to throw it. Let's see who the more physical side is.
Unsuccessful second down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively? Trying to have success on third down.
On third and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. He's got him, and he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown Tide.
And the defense has to be able to do a better job on the back end, tackling this receiver and keeping him out of the end zone.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Ole Miss dazzled in just about every phase of the game. And for a program that's turned out elite receivers from DK Metcalf to A.J. Brown, I think we may have seen the next great one emerge today. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Going the other way, and he's got room.
And these are the mistakes backed up you can't make as a quarterback, man. You've got to protect the football. Big-time mistake. Defense capitalizes and sets their offense up with elite field position.
They'll move the wide receiver. Quick touch pass to the receiver. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
Offense trying to go push pass on first down on the goal line, but the defense, tremendous surge up front. They get penetration and they get the tackle for loss.
Looking downfield, it's Russell. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
And last week was great for this young man. But, man, again, showing you he can do it at a high level. Just working the whole field, using different guys. He is absolutely on fire right now.
They're going to throw it on third and goal. Gets it out quickly. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. This crowd trying to do its part to... Oh, it's blocked! They'll snap it from the 10 for the first play of this drive. They'll run it to the right. Good pickup on the ground there. Give him 5 to the 16-yard line.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. It didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes second down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it. Still in a great position. Way to stay ahead of the chains.
Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. Got a man, it's Clark. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. The Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The offense changing the play. Wants to go up top on first down. Rushes on him. Hit as he throws. Catch in the middle. It's Brown. At the 45 on its way. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Sets up the screen. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
Man, on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice...
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He'll try to take it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you. And I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent. He's making bad decisions.
From the 22 on 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Russell. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB, making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out their quarterback. He's thrown interceptions on each of his last 2 drives. And the best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established. But I think the defense is aware of that right now, loading the box. Everybody up front is ready for the run.
Well, they've done nothing on offense so far, but if they can put some points on the board before halftime, it could really change things.
No doubt. Go into the locker room with some good juices, some good vibes, and momentum can switch a game in a heartbeat. But this offense hasn't had much to cheer about yet. That play gives them one play. Now let's go build on it and make something happen before the half.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Under fire. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Things aren't going to get better for this offense, guys, until their quarterback becomes more accurate. Obviously, that was the problem the last game out. Completed less than 50% of his passes there. And he's doing it again here. You just can't score points if you're not completing throws.
Now he's going to break the pocket. It's caught. That's where they'll mark him. A very productive play and a first down. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. To the air, it's Lagway. Fires to the wideout. And it's picked off for the third time today. Didn't get a ton on the return, but they've got it inside the 20 at the 19-yard line.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Looking for a gap. It's Young. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Wants to fire on second down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Hale. They pick up the first down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Leaves it with the running back. Got the first down and more. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Alabama pushing the tempo. To the ground. He's got it again. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking downfield very late in the half. Grabbed in the middle. It's Cuevas. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. And he's got it counted all the way to 55. Never in doubt. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Ready to start the second half. Alabama will kick it off. On the move from inside his 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Fires downfield. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
Unloads it left. Another incompletion on third down.
Well, another big incompletion on third down now. And if you're the head coach, I wonder if you start thinking about making a change at quarterback because you don't have any points. You haven't been able to find any rhythm in the passing game. You're in the second half now, and you've got to be able to find a spark. And you just wonder if maybe the backup can give that to your offense.
They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Takes the handoff. It's Washington. He's stopped after getting a yard out to the 30.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that didn't fall.
This crowd on hand trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on third down. Throws to the wideout. intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. Here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
They go to the ground. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. The Gators are in the red zone. Might as well give it to him again. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. Looking to throw, it's Lagway. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
4th down and goal from the 3. Can the defense get a stop? Out of the gun, looking to throw. Looking for the goal line. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Gators! When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Looking to fire. That's caught. It's Miller. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple of games.
He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
You're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Takes the handoff. It's Washington. Carrying the ball with an edge and hammering his way to the 40.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
He goes out of bounds across the 25, mark it at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with a 1st and 10. Handoff from the gun. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
They make the tackle after he gets 2 down to the 25.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run.
Deep shot for the end zone. He caught it. Can't White cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down.
And that's a huge third down conversion by the offense there. It's 3rd and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
Pushes toward the goal line. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater. Try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Trying to power it in. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. UConn is getting dominated today, and, you know, the folks in stores deserve better than this. No excuse ever for this kind of a clunker.
Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Off play action on 1st down. Unleashes one. Wide open downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the 1st down.
And his offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives.
Fires one high and deep. Catch in stride inside the 15. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
Well, this offense has shown you, it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
First and goal, and a great opportunity to slice into this lead. Looking for a man. It's Lagway. Makes the grab on the left. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to blow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on first down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Flushed out of the pocket. And it's incomplete. He was looking to the end zone and trying to get 6.
And this offense has got to find a way to get some gimmies, some layups, some screens. They need some yak, some yards after the catch. They got to find some guys that can make some plays for this offense because it's just boom or bust. There's not a lot of consistency. They got to put some first downs together, put some drives together, be more consistent.
And I think it's go time now at this point of the game if you're on offense because you need a touchdown. You have this golden opportunity down close to the goal line. Who is a playmaker you can identify offensively that you know can win one-on-one to get you the score?
A field goal does not top the list of most helpful things at this juncture. And they will score! Touchdown, Florida!
Man, find your weapons. Nice job by the quarterback. Find the running back out of the backfield. He catches it and does the rest. Walks into the end zone for the touchdown.
Why not double the try total and go for 2? Snap in the shotgun. Finds his big tight end. And he rolls into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. This defense will try to keep everything in front. On the move, it's Washington. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. Alabama with a multitude of options on second and short. Fires to the big fella. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
They'll give it to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on third down. Finds his man, it's Miller. They get him out of bounds, couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling.
Nice job executing the 4-minute offense. You know, they practice this throughout the week, having a lead late in the game, running plays to just get enough to get first downs to stay on the field, and they're executing this 4-minute offense to perfection.
Sometimes a quarterback just needs to turn the ball loose. It was like he tried to guide that one in, and it disrupted the time.
Yeah, and just like in basketball, when you shoot a shot and you start trying to aim it, you really, really miss. You know, quarterbacks, they got to quickly be able to recognize, do I need to fire it? Do I need to put a little air underneath it? And it's just a tough thing for a quarterback to be able to do. But over time, you see they have less and less mishaps like that.
They'll try to run for it. Once again, finding nowhere to run against this defense. He's knocked down immediately. quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Alabama.
The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. On the ground, it's Ball. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. This is a hard game and a hard position to play. But if you're the starter at this level, you cannot miss that throw.
No, you can't, and they don't miss that very often. I mean, those are the throws that usually say big plays on. The receiver gets a step, gets open. That's not one that they usually miss.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, and if you're on defense...
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
Wants to adjust the pattern. He'll go up top. Maybe a deciding play here. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it. Wants to throw. It's Russell. Pulls it in. It's Williams. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Alabama quickly back to the line. To the air on second down. The sure hands, it's Williams. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Looking to throw for it. Makes the grab, it's Lewis. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. Looking to throw on first down. Get it out on the screen. Shakes off the defender.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking the handoff. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
He goes out of bounds across the 25, mark it at the 24 in this defense. Its head is spinning. Alabama trying to hold this lead and run up the clock. To the air on first down. Finds his big tight end. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama!
It's so nice to have these big playmaking tight ends that are basically oversized receivers. Make a play down the field to him, huge catch radius, makes the play, and then I love the run after the catch. These guys can do this nowadays. He does the rest of the work and gets into the end zone.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Abrams. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. To the air. It's Lagway. Throws for the tight end. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
This offense hasn't had a ton of success today. It's because I think of some of the issues in the passing game. They've never had the rhythm. Protection has been a bit spotty and iffy. Quarterback's got to raise his level.
And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. And now when you have a solid lead like this, Jesse, you find out, can you deliver the knockout punch?
And we're expecting them to come out here and just run the football, bleed the clock, let the big uglies up front get some push, and ball security, David. That's premium.
Yes, take care of the football. Don't make any dumb mistakes. Be physical. And listen, if they want to load the box, don't be afraid to take a shot.
That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Timeout called by the defense. 13 seconds to go. They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. Back has it. Pressure coming. It falls incomplete, and man, was that close to a complete disaster. Might want to file that one away for a while. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. What a disappointment. No good. Could have stretched the lead out there, but guys, it's still sitting at 9. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Wants to throw on first down. Oh, they're after him. Makes a connection. They'll bring him down as he bulks up those numbers, but not the most important one, as they'll come up short in this game.